Hello, this is bball, the All British Basketball Podcast, and today I'm with Denzel Ubiaro of the Plymouth Raiders. How are you?
Hello. I'm all good, not too bad.
Good. So how is we going to work today? I've got questions on my own. I've asked fans on social media for questions as well, so I'll ask you them, and then I've got some at the end, quickfire, about like teammates kind of thing.
Yeah.
So to get started, where did basketball start for you?
So for me, basketball started in Texas. Actually, that's where I grew up. Grew up in Texas, Houston, Texas. It started when I was in, can't remember what grade it was, but I think I was around 12, 13. Started playing basketball for a junior high school team, and just figured I'd try it out. Go to the tryouts, considering I was like one of the tallest guys on the team then, and ended up getting through, getting selected, picked for the squad, and then it kind of just started from there.
Okay, so obviously, I think you wear, is it number 10? Is there any reason for that number?
No, honestly, no reason for that number. Actually, it was just given to me. It was my first season for it. Went through the whole tryouts, got picked for it, and then I guess maybe considering I was a rookie, it was just like, yep, this is a number you're given, so you got it. But I think that's a number I'll probably try and keep throughout professional career, considering it's the first number I've worn as a pro basketball player, really. So it's kind of got some sentimental to it, if that makes sense.
So this season, the Raiders are on. Well, no, the BBL is on Sky, and what was it like as a player? Playing on that national TV. Do you see all these football teams? Playing on. What's it like playing on that yourself?
It's almost surreal, because first Sky Sports game was in London, and obviously they play in the Copper Box, so they already have the nice setup, anyways. So I'm just seeing this huge camera moving along this big old string wire, see the big lights, the camera crew, everything. So it looked insane. So I was just like, whoa, this is a bit surreal. But obviously, once you start playing, you just kind of like blurs out a little bit. But it is a pretty awesome feeling, just kind of being on that platform, watching other teams and football teams. It's just cool.
Yeah. Okay, so you mentioned it started in Texas, and I noticed you played. Is it Marshalltown Community College? So what was that experience like playing basketball in college?
It was a tough experience, it was a junior college, so 2-year school, and usually a theme with junior colleges is you're just trying to make a name for yourself for that next step you want to get to, whether it be D1, D2. Well, let me just say like a 4-year school, really. So obviously it was a bit like, not so much of a dog eat dog world, but it was more of like, everyone trying to get theirs for the next opportunity. So it was a tough experience, but the group of guys that I was with at that time, they was all hilarious, all cool guys, so it made that, that experience a little bit more easier as well. But junior college, it was tough. We played against, teams like what's the team called? Indian Hills. So they usually have 1D2 guys coming down from like Oregon. I'm pretty sure one dude I played against, he's in the league right now, probably.
Oh.
Okay. I forgot. Cool, dude. But it was playing against tough teams. But I think that experience in junior college kind of brought the competitive side out of me, I would say.
Yeah. So this season, you've developed kind of a slogan with Plymouth fans, another level of Denzz. So is there anything you've kind of done this off season to bring your game to that next level?
I'll definitely say probably just, obviously the off season wasn't really, it was an awkward one because of Corona, really. So struggling to, kind of get court access and whatnot. But there's a court nearby that me and my girlfriend, we just go to every single day. And we'll just work out ball handling drills, form shooting, try and get some cardio in as well. So it was really just that consistency of just working out every day, just trying to improve myself every day. And during that off season, my mentality was, okay, let me just try and get a little bit better every day, whether we're out 15, 30 minutes, well, that's 15, 30 minutes. I invested in myself to get a little bit better. So I think it was just consistency was my biggest thing. I think that's what really helps me out for this season.
Okay, so obviously, you've got your study, university as well. So how, as a pro basketball player, how difficult is it to balance your university studies and obviously playing and training, for a
Yeah,
basketball team?
so I'm just about doing it. It's my 4th year with Plymouth Raiders and my 4th year with the university. So I'm
Yeah.
still trying to figure it out, But it makes it a little bit easier with the help of my partner who's graduated
Yeah.
university, and we're kind of similar course. And then also with my assistant coach Danny as well. He's also graduated from university, so he's kind of, those two have been through the whole education system. So they're just like, all right, Denzz, if you do this, write a couple words day by day, or if you write an action plan of what you're going to do, that kind of just makes it a little bit easier when you visually see something.
Yeah.
So kind of having that support definitely helps me with the uni side. And then with the basketball side, I think that's the easiest part because that's a bit more physical, and obviously what I'm
Yeah.
more comfortable in, is basketball. That's what I love. So it just makes it a little bit easier, balancing then those two out with actually having something written down, and also just kind of having a plan of action to go through day by day.
Yeah. Okay. So what exactly is it? What course you're doing at university?
So I'm doing sports rehabilitation.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of links towards obviously like basketball, the
Yeah.
injury side, rehab side of it as well. So that's kind of got my interest at first when I came here because Marjon, that's the university I'm going to, they had that course available. And I was coming off of an ACL injury, so it's just like, it'll be kind of you know, uh, study something that kind of relates to me on court and off the court.
Okay, so obviously we're in lockdown at the minute. So what are you doing in your free time when you're not practicing or when you're not studying?
Probably be sleeping, not
Yeah.
sleeping, then it's really. But with the free time that I do tend to find out, I'll usually just be, playing some video games, watching some TV, nothing too crazy special. I mean, I do have this espresso machine, so I don't know why I found a love for coffee for some reason. Infatuated with that right now. But it's those three things.
Yeah, well, as I suppose it keeps you going, coffee, then
Yeah.
So how far, well, the Raiders, it's been I guess you could say a weird season for the Raiders. They started off quite well, going through scenes kind of thing, and then kind of tailed off a bit, struggling, and now they've seemed to find a rhythm again. So how far do you think, Plymouth can go this year?
Honestly, we can go all the way. I think our biggest rivalry is ourselves.
Yeah.
We've had a conversation recently last week about assistant coach, he calls it like a bit of a mountain peak. So we've been down the slope of the mountain, losing games, and then we was up on that ascension on the mountain, winning 2, 3, 4, 5 games in a row, and then unfortunately lost yesterday to London Lions. So it's all about character building and what we can do to improve on, really, and how we handle ourselves. I feel like with the group of guys, we can beat any team, and we've actually showed that. I think yesterday's losing by 17, that's our biggest loss this season. And that's the first time this season. All the other games, they were by 1, 2, 3, 7. Not many games by double digits, really. So I honestly think we can go all the way.
So moving on to the fan questions, I've got one from Strictly Basketball. He says, thoughts on the talk of you going up to the GB squad or getting that call up to GB?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be cool. That's always been my aspirations. And I feel like that aspirations has kind of grew a little bit more, having the likes of Andy on the team and Ashley on the team as well. And just having conversations with them and just being around those guys as well really helps. But being on the GB team has always kind of been my main goal. So I think hopefully, fingers crossed, I get a call up at some point. But I just got to keep proving myself on why I should be in that setup.
Yeah. Okay. So another one's from Strictly Basketball. Who's your biggest influence in in life or in basketball?
I'll say a 2-part question. So biggest influence in life, well, it's hard to really single out any one person.
Yeah.
Generally, my family, mom, dad, brothers, sisters, grandma, they're always, telling me each day just to keep going, and also like as much effort as I put into basketball, put into education as well, which is, a struggle, but has to be done. But yeah, definitely my family members, they're really big inspirations on me as well.
Okay,
and,
so
and
go on. Sorry.
I was about to say basketball side of it, definitely be like Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
Definitely, his grit, his work ethic. Like, I mean, Kobe Bryant's just an inspiration, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the final fan question: how we briefly touched on it at the start. How did you get into basketball?
Yeah, so it was through a tryout that I did for my junior high school in Houston. I was 12, 13 at the time, tallest kid in the school. And then all my friends were just saying, yeah, go on, try it for it. You might make it. Even then I had no idea how to play basketball, the rules of it. Funny enough, I actually hate basketball so much, which is funny. I absolutely hate it. But yeah, joined it, ended up loving it, just the competitiveness of it, it was cool. And then that's how it started. It grew from there.
Okay, so obviously you played in America and now you're in the UK. What's the difference in culture with basketball, for over in the States compared to over here?
I would say there's more of a competitive nature in America there is here. Like, going, for example, guys on my teams, which who are American, they have a little bit more grit. Like this, they're more passionate about it, like they take stuff a little bit more personal.
Yeah.
That's the same theme when I was in, America as well in junior college. Like, it's almost like it is their life. Like they, revolve around it essentially, you know. That competitive nature is definitely different. Definitely different compared to England.
Okay, so we mentioned GB, and obviously on the Plymouth roster, you got the likes of Ashley Hamilton and Andrew Lawrence. What's it like playing with those guys that regularly get that GB call up?
It is cool, it is cool because I'm getting to learn from them, when they're on my team in scrimmages and, when they're on the other side as well, when we're going against them. Right now, Andrew, he's coming off of a hamstring injury, so he's rehabbing, going to work on that. So usually he'll be on the sideline just giving me little pointers, like, something that I should have looked at coming off a pick and roll or a different drive or a shot, something like that. So it helps a lot. And likewise with Ashley as well, he's helped me out a lot on my jump shot too, just working on it anytime we work out and stuff like that. So it is pretty cool to kind of have those guys in your camp, it helps out a lot. Yeah.
Okay. So quick fire questions. It's going to be basically, I'm going to ask a question, then you got to say a player's name or whoever you think the answer is. So
all right, cool.
Who would you say is the coach's favorite on the squad?
Ashley Hamilton. Yep.
Okay, who would you say is the clumsiest player?
Oh, Big Mike, Michael.
Yeah,
I love him though.
Who would you say is the biggest gamer? Who like who's playing 2K all the time or Call of Duty or whatever?
Ooh, it's a few guys. It's actually a few guys. Off the top of my head, I'll say Will Neighbor, but there's a lot of guys.
Okay, who always arrives late to practice?
Prince eBay. Yeah. No one arrives late, but he arrives. If we start practice at 12, he'll be there 11:59.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's not late. He's on time, but
yeah, he is on just about.
Who's the most competitive on the team?
Oh, there's a lot of guys. It's hard to say one person, honestly. It is hard to say one person. Everyone's competitive,
Okay.
It's hard to say.
So I've seen your dunks in game. Who has the most bounce on the team? Is it you, or is there anyone else that can compete?
I think Rick can compete with me. He's got sneaky bounce. He definitely surprised me when he came in. Yeah. He's a little bit shorter than me as well, but yeah, he can get up.
Okay. Who's a team DJ?
LVC. He's the team DJ. Yeah.
Is that it's not by? Oh, I was gonna say, is that by choice or not?
Established himself, but we kind of rock with it as well because he does play some good music.
Okay. Well, it's been nice talking to you. It's been nice getting insight on your basketball career and that. And good luck for the season. And
Thank you. Thanks for having me on here, man. Really appreciate it.
And thank you for coming on.
Yeah.